And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
I went over to Jay's and we watched Nick Cannon's new special.
I swear to you, I wouldn't talk out. We watched other comedy that I wouldn't.
Yeah, we're not. That's our fun.
I wouldn't shout out.
We're not going to shout it out.
And we watched the Hate Watch.
Listen, man. If you're a comic and you're on the road, if you're like a local comic and you want to know if the headliner likes you, if they start trashing people with you, you're in.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a comedy thing of like, when like someone else is like, oh, do you like this person?
Oh, you
like,
find the buoy.
Fucking suck. And then there are people who are like, right? but it goes both ways, because it's also people you like, where you're like, oh, Kurt Metzger, or like Mike Vecchione, like when you connect on someone where they're like, oh, you got to see him, he's fucking great.
Absolutely, but this, we did some hate watching yesterday.
Well, here's the thing: our relationship goes back all three specials. I mean, longer than that, obviously, but like,
that was a thing. Me and you watching that live the night it came out.
We watched it live the first night,
or like the repeat of the same night it came out.
Yeah, what was it? Mr. Showtime, Mr. Showbiz Fantastic, Showbiz Flip-a-Dip.
No, wasn't the first one not Mr. Show? Was the first one Mr. Showbiz? I thought that was the second one was Mr. Show. No, you're right. It was Mr. Showbiz, because then the next one's Fuck Nick Cannon.
Yes, I confuse his catalog.
And then the third one, this one is called Stand Up, Don't Shoot.
Yeah, it's so basically our history of hate watching goes back. We're into hipster people. We've been on this since the first special.
I feel like a hipster when I say that about Corey Feldman. I go, no, you don't understand. We were we were talking about Corey Feldman shit before he got back into the fucking lexicon.
He left NBC. Oh, I didn't know he left America's Got Talent.
He did? Oh, really?
Yeah.
This just happened a day ago. This happened yesterday.
So he left America's Got Talent.
He announced his exit on Facebook page Monday, saying he was deeply saddened about being threatened with termination by executives after he made a racial joke about NBC on his recent Showtime stand-up special. You know, it goes to show you, fame, how many things I've done more noteworthy than that in stand-up. I mean, of someone going, like, getting angry at something I've done is so up there. And then he's like, it's like, oh, he made a rate because he made
the
NBC.
Well, he was doing like the if you have a friend to trash it with and you can make it through this deep in the special, he just does acronyms of NBC that's all racial.
Yeah, and
it's not even like, all right, here's the thing that it goes back to, and Jay and I talked about this yesterday when we watched it. It's the exact same thing that comes from Corey Feldman and Tony Danza and all the people that we shit on for not necessarily not staying in their lane, but thinking they're so great that they can do everything awesome.
It sort of comes from a place of love, because I love, I'd be lying if I didn't say I didn't love Drumline.
Yeah.
I have watched...
Well, I can't say I loved it because I've never seen it, so I jumped on board there too quick. I'm like, yes, it's an American classic.
Love it as a concept.
Robert Redford should have directed it. It would have won an Oscar.
I like Drumline a lot. He even did some, like, he's a young kid, undercover cop movie.
Yeah, they redid, like, they tried to do Beverly Hills Cop, but it was like an undercover...
Is that what it was supposed to be like? But he's like, I like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's the thing: I respect the shit out of Nick Cannon for how hard he works, for all the shit that he does.
He's a business. I mean, he has businesses you would never guess he's behind. I believe he gives the shit.
No, he donates, and
in fact, it seems like he's like a good dude all around.
Absolutely. Now that being said, both of us are stand-up comedians. Both of us are full-time stand-up comedians.
Sure.
We do this radio show on Comedy Central because they gave it to us, and we're buddies, and we like doing the show. But we wouldn't be in a room with Ron Bennington and be like, we're radio guys. Or Charlemagne the God. You wouldn't be like, I'm a radio guy. You're like, that's what you do. We're just doing this show as two friends would do a show.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to act like we're not anything more than just two potheads who have a fun radio show that we do together. But we are stand-up comics. So when Nick Cannon does stand-up comedy, it's offensive to us as comedians. Would you say that's proper?
No, I'd say no, only because if he was a fucking beast at it,
yeah,
I'd be like, well, shit, do stand-up comedy. Look, Eddie Murphy in his time was like an amazing stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And I also really enjoy My Girl Wants to Party all the time. I mean, it's a good song from the 80s. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like...
But is it a good song, or is it a good song because you know it's Eddie Murphy and it was fun, that it was like... And it's like now it's...
It was a catchy 80s song. Now, I don't know... Listen, he's made tons of music that sucks dick. I'm just saying he pulled one off.
Yeah.
But nothing...
This is so 80s.
Nothing Nick Cannon has ever done in stand-up comedy has even garnered me going, like, that's the stupid... Like, that's not funny at all. It's not good.
All right, so you're saying if he came out with good material, funny jokes, well-written, you could tell it was his shit?
It's just not... It's not good.
I think for me the biggest problem is it just seems like he's just doing it just to do it, and it's not authentic, and that makes it really terrible.
And I can't trivialize the hard part is I can't trivialize him in any other aspect of life. It's impossible.
No, the guy busted his ass.
He's a good actor. When he's in movies, I don't think anything of it.
That's the same thing we say about Corey Feldman. He's a fucking unbelievable actor, an iconic actor. And he's, a little crazy, but also...
I don't know if you watch, because of my Stern fan, I'm a fan of America's Got Talent. I watched the show.
Yeah.
And I've even watched it beyond past Stern. Like, he's great at hosting that show. Like, he's great at it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And it's not because I couldn't do it because I'm not that corny, but, like, I'm not that good at, like, pleasantly, like the non-threatening. He's just great at it. He knows how to, like, do it, and, like, you don't hate him when he's doing it. He goes along with people. Like, things... I wouldn't do it.
If I was in real financial trouble...
When they're like, we're going to juggle... fucking, bowling pins around you, and you got to make like a face while we, like you're scared while we're doing it. Like, he does it, and he nails it.
I'll tell you this, if I was in some real financial trouble, I could probably be good at it.
Hosting?
Yeah, if I had to really, like...
You were Duff Man.
Hey, Duff Man, can't breathe. But I'm just like, hi, everybody, let's watch a man eat fire! No, but he's great. He's good at acting. He's good at all that shit. But his stand-up comedy...
Oh, here's the NBC joke.
...is just... Oh.
Oh.
All right. No one's mad at you for playing that.
Can you play... Will the joke work over if it isn't love?
What if you put New Edition under Nick Cannon and it turns out it's hilarious? Like, that was the thing that draws it out?
It's the mashup.
You're like, dude, I didn't even think of that joke that way. This guy's a fucking genius.
I'm a collabo guy.
Yeah.
Cause y'all see me on the show, man. Sometimes I wish I could say the stuff that I really want to say. That I'll be really...
It's already... That's what I mean, like... Why is he presenting his comedy? Like, man, let me some goddamn tell y'all. You're like, all right, dude. Like, what do you...
What, was one of the jugglers mean to you?
The way he's trying... Yeah. I tell you something about something now, motherfucker. And it's like...
That breakdancing group, that ain't even real. They ain't real Jabberwockies.
Jabberwocky, I come find out poem. He dresses... Wait,
in my face.
This is like moments after... I've watched it for twice now. This is moments. This angry thing he's doing is like militant, like thing that he's doing is coming seconds off of... I mean, to open a show, he kisses an old white lady on the mouth.
And he goes, oh, you're a freak.
Oh, he calls her a freak.
But also, here's the deal, and this is the problem that I have with it as a comedian. He makes no jokes after that. He just kisses an old lady in the front row, and the crowd claps, and he goes, whoa, I got a little bit of tongue. And that's it. And he just moves on, and you're like, are you a fucking comic? Because that's hilarious that you're kissing an old white woman...
Also,
and you're bringing the fact that this is all about, like, it's a race-heavy special or whatever.
Yeah, very race-heavy.
And you're, like, kissing a white woman, and you make no jokes about it? Fuck you, as a comic.
There's so much with it.
I'm getting all ramped up. I'm going, fuck it.
No, I get ramped up, too. I'm telling you.
Because it's just like, as a comic, you're like, that's where you put jokes. That's where you can put jokes.
But he does a thing. He actually describes himself.
And I know people are like, fuck you, like... Yeah.
But he describes himself as he goes, there's so many Nick Cannons, and he describes himself, and he's not talking about... If he was like, there's the father Nick Cannon, and then there's like, the comedian Nick Cannon, whatever. I guess
the private Nick Cannon, the public Nick Cannon,
something like
the business.
He goes, there's like AGT Nick Cannon, there's activist Nick Cannon.
He did it in the way
the way we're just going goes. You're just saying you're bragging. You're nothing. No, but it's almost like you're why don't you just be whatever you are? Be that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like this is,
but it's also
too thin.
When the Batman, when I was young enough and I still played with action figures, and Batman Returns came out, they put out like a bunch of Batman action figures, but they had like 45 different kind of Batmans, where it was like Arctic Freeze Batman and like Scuba Batman, and you're like, Trish doesn't have enough income to afford all these Batmans, and I'm not that good of a kid, but it's like, that's what it felt like when he was listing it. He's like, there's the America's, it's like he's a different form of an action figure. I got the Nick Cannon AGT, I got the...
They're all making them gazillionaires, by the way.
The Nickelodeon, the Wild, he says Wildin' Out.
Yeah, the Wild and Out.
So this is the joke that they threatened to fire him about?
This one here.
America's Got Talent.
Also, pause this real quick. The microphone is a gun, which is...
The microphone is, in fact,
douchiest shit in the world.
Golden gun pointed at his face. And he's wearing...
How great would it be if he ate the microphone like he was killing himself at the end? He goes, "This is my last comedy special." Oh, he just blew his... Dude, that's how he ended.
Man respect.
Dude, he blew his brains out. It was an actual gun.
If you look at his pause, you see what he thinks about your ideas, Dan. Sorry, it's a visual joke. No. He's wearing a long string of beads that has a pendant of... a wooden pendant of Africa on it. He's wearing a leather Fonzie jacket. He's wearing one glove, but it's a glove with a leather knuckle glove over it.
It's like
I'm not gonna shit on the glove.
Yeah, glove, but it's old race car. It's old race car driving.
I'm not gonna take it to this guy over.
Yeah,
the glove
don't go to glove level with him.
I get doing flair. I have no problem with the flair, but it's calculated. Like, Nick Cannon, why now are you being like, I'm wearing an Africa pendant and, the skull cap, and he's wearing a leather jacket that says the word freedom on the back. He's also wearing what I would only describe as an Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown as a shirt.
Who's there?
A candelabra. His microphone should be a candelabra.
He's got a sleepy time hat on.
Yeah. That's what,
who's there? Coming to the light.
Who go? Mariah? Is it Mariah Carey?
Mariah, it's me, Nick. Sleepy Nick. I'm a different version of Nick.
And it looks like he's wearing...
Can we do a fashion?
He's wearing fly fishing boots that his jeans...
No, he doesn't look like he's wearing fly fishing boots. He looks like he's wearing fucking shit like rubber... Yeah. Oh, you meant like rubber rain boots.
Yeah, like brand new... Fucking, I'm working with wiring on a rainy day boots.
Can we do a fashion segment where you criticize other comics' accessories?
That would make Christine so happy. You see her just pop up.
She's about to look a fucking bird.
If you guys bring me like fucking 5 pictures a week of a celebrity and want me to go through their fashion,
can we do Jay's accessory corner?
I'll absolutely do that. But it's got to be accessories.
Yeah, no, accessories. Just strictly accessories. And I want to call them accessories.
Very often, I'm going to go, love it. Love the balls to pull it off.
Yeah.
But his thing is a very calculated, the gun thing. And it's just... He's not the best spokesman to be talking about the plight of, the black man and what he's going through right now.
You think because he's rich?
He's just not the spokesman for it. By the way, be an activist and help. I get that, but it's just like, what we want me. When he says a line in the special, and he goes, man, you wouldn't take a ride. You wouldn't take a ride in my hood with a dude named Killer Mike. You wouldn't take a ride, in my neighborhood, you don't take a ride from a guy named Killer Mike or something like that, he says.
Yeah.
And it's like, wherever you live is exactly the place I would take a ride from a guy named Killer. I would assume it's an ironic name. And
You're like, what a fun nickname.
He's like, thank you.
Thank you. This is a long story, but just stick with me on it. I grew up down the street from Nick in San Diego. We've been friends ever since. Anyways, he was like, I met this guy who was from like a really bad neighborhood, and they just called him Killer, and I'm like, can you imagine if you called me Killer? Like Killer Michael?
Ever since then.
It's been Killer Mike. And it's weird, because Run the Jewels is like literally one of my favorite groups, and his name's Killer Mike. It's just insane. Anyways, Black Power.
Go, finish playing the joke.
All right, this next crazy motherfucker coming to the stage gonna be juggling blindfolded with knives and shit. So niggas be careful. But I can't say that. I can't talk like that. Because that'll mess up the white money.
It'd also just be really out of place on a talent show at 7 p.m. on a major network.
So listen, I kind of like... I don't know what it is. It's just a very asking for. I get the thing where it's like, listen, I'm not gonna. If he was like, I'm not gonna change who I am.
Yeah.
For this job, I get it. But he's changing who he is to do this. So it's like a calculated, like, watch me fucking shove it right up, NBC's ass with this when I do this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just to make like waves.
Dude, I'm telling you, it just doesn't feel honest. It just does. The entire special you watch, and you're like, I don't feel like. When you watch good
I believe
comedy,
he wishes he could say half the things he wants to say.
Yeah, true. That probably comes from a real place. But the problem that I have is just the utter lack of punchlines. There's just nothing. Everything is like, he just gets worked up with these setups and premises, and then there's just nothing to follow where you're like, it's not funny. That's the problem. Why can't we? I feel like there's no room to judge a lot of people anymore in our culture where you can't just say, like, that's not good. Especially something like comedy, which is very subjective. But you watch it and you're like, I'm insulted because it's not funny. It's just not good.
There's so much more to talk about before we even get to the ending is the greatest thing that's ever happened in a comedy special.
Well, here's the deal. We got to take our first break. But also, Jacob showed me Rolling Stone came out with their list of 50 top comedians of all time.
Oh, come on, man.
I know. And Nick Cannon is number
of all
one.
Time?
Yeah, of all time. 50 greatest comics of all time. Nick Cannon.
Of all time. Okay, I'll take an all-time list.
Nick Cannon,
I shouldn't be on a 50 greatest comics of all time list. I'm okay with that.
Is that where?
That doesn't mean another list where you're going to show me, like, and look at me, sitting in here as the handsomest
Number
man
6.
in all of New York.
This is most fuckable in Queens.
Jay, looks like they glazed over you again, brah.
Sorry, bro. I just got to lay and bask in this fuckable sun. Yeah, we're going to come back talking more. We'll go through the Rolling Stone 50.
And then we got to fucking catch up on old Danielle.
Which, by the way, I'm a fan of now. Like, I just feel for her.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I champion her.
Good, excellent point. That's the best way to say it. God, I can't wait to buy you a white suit. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Back to bad comedy.
Special. It's tough.
It's hard to watch. We didn't even watch. We've watched. The only one that we watched all the way through was the very first one at your mom's house in Philly, where we were because we were reined in.
But we were reined in. But it's very like when you say it's hard to watch. I say I love watching bad comedy happen and it falling apart and the person.
Well, you're really good at picking it apart in a way that makes me never want to anger you.
What there was some way that but watching someone do bad and it go bad is not so much. I'm not even. That person might be become a great comic, or they are a great comic. And that was like the worst thing that's ever happened to them.
Yeah.
But like, I'm amused by that. So I'm saying I can't apologize for that. Like, I'm amused by when someone kind of undeservedly is murdering.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't Nick Cannon saying the jokes, forget like the stupid message he's trying to get out there, the jokes he does.
Yeah.
It would be, everyone would be like, this is awful.
Yeah, because there's no jokes.
Like, it wouldn't like pass working as a regular at a comedy club.
When you try to window dress something as being so important and that takes precedent over the punchlines, then it stops being funny. I mean, well, obviously, but it stops, in my mind, it stops being comedy and it just starts being you're sucking yourself off on stage.
The NBC joke was the least offensive thing to me on that special.
There was one joke where he, like when he kissed Treat or whatever, the old white lady in the front row, there was no jokes attempted. That's just insane.
He gets a white guy to scream, fuck white people during it.
That's what I scream when I come.
Yeah. I get it, though.
I hate you, white people! Oh, God, it's out of me.
That's what you call your jizz, white people?
Get out of here, white people!
Get out of here, white people!
Scram!
Whites, go back home.
I'm going to put you on the wall where you belong. Running down a drain. Running down a drain. Screaming.
By next Wednesday, I'll also learn the entire guitar solo from Running Down a Dream. It's going to be a pretty busy week.
You do that, I buy your own Gibson.
SG's series.
I send you to Thrash Town on the express train. Gibson double bent Eagle. Oh, what a lovely Valentine!
That is awesome.
You're the Haim to my Feld dog.
Is that what Stu gave you, Lou?
That's what I gave to you guys.
Oh.
Did you make that card?
Sure didn't. Nope.
Okay.
Is it a thing?
I just found it somewhere.
Oh, well, whatever. Thank God you didn't make it, because now I can insult the idiot who left off Stir. You're the Haim Stir to my fell dog.
Yeah. Listen,
What a jerk off.
Here on the Bonfire, we criticize writing. That's what we do.
I didn't see that.
Now, the only way to get that is if the artist now sends a picture of his accessories.
Yeah. Now, be judged by your accessories.
I want to say, well, before we get on to the stand-up, 50 best stand-up comics, we still have to get to Danielle.
Yes, we do. The finale of the Danielle saga.
Yeah. The ending of Nick Cannon's special. Did you see this, Lou?
No.
Any chance?
No, I would never.
He talks about...
No, I would never. That sounded like you wouldn't go to a terrible neighborhood. What? I don't go to the South Bronx.
I mean, in this special, just to give you a little heads up what's happening, several times, me and Mike Fenoy watched it first time together.
Yeah.
Several times we played my favorite game of this thing where it's like pause and see if you know what the punchline is already, because it's like that fucking handed out to you.
Yeah.
And I did it so many times.
You did it the first special we watched together in Philly.
Yeah, I just know exactly where it's, because what he's doing is he's actually doing like the most hackneyed version of like that black comedy circuit thing, which is like what he's actually doing like a shitty thing where he's kind of like ripping it from like, I'm not even that he's ripping it from like, I don't think he's going to a person and stealing jokes. I'm not even making that accusation. I think that's a shit accusation. I think he's just doing like the simple hack comedy of that world. So I mean, he's got the joke about, well, when Obama was president, the White House is going to be Michelle's hot combs all over the stove. And, Barack Obama probably got. And then he goes, and this is one of the problems I have with it comedically. Again, he goes, there's going to be Melania going to be finding Magnum condoms lying around the house. Yeah. Now, that's the joke in itself. That's
about how Trump's family is going to adjust to the Obamas moving out.
But I'm saying, particularly that part of the joke, he goes, there's going to be Melania going to find Magnum condoms lying around the house. And that's like, even with that shit joke, like, that's where the joke ends, of that point you're trying to make. And unless you've got something uniquely funny. And then he goes, she's going to find Magnum condoms lying around the house being like, whose is this, Donald? This is definitely not yours.
It's too small. That's what she said.
She goes, this is definitely isn't yours. It's too big. She goes, it's too big. And then he falls over and like hits himself on his leg with the microphone. Yeah. You're like, could you have fucking force-fed that down my... I got it. When you said she's going to find Magnum the whole joke's there already.
Yeah, it's
Why are you spelling every piece of it out for him?
It's like he shoves the joke in your mouth and then rubs your throat like a dog swallowing a pill. Where you're like, stop. He's like, because black men have big dicks and they wear Magnum condoms and Donald Trump has a small penis. And you're like, I know.
Obama was half black, so we're going on the theory that he had a really big dick.
Yeah, and then he had a really... Do you have his closer? Please tell me you have his closer. Can we find that dick, though?
So his big closer, he wants you to know. Oh, so good.
Dude...
Look at that pose. But and
by the way, let's just say the theater that he shoots it in is like a small... It's not even a theater. It's like a room. It's like Joe's Pub time, like divided by 2.
Oh.
Actually, it's probably the size of Joe's Pub. Like 300, 350.
But what he does...
What you doing, Merkface? Don't you fucking walk up on me all quick. Coming at me all side-eyed and shit.
You side-eyeing me, boy?
You side-eyeing me, Merkface? I know you're getting a lot of sleep with that new blanket. I'll make you sleep some more.
So his hack premise is you could be a piece of shit too. Like, girls can find a guy with money, but it's hard to find a dude who got, and the term keeps going, good. Obviously, before we get any wasted tweets, before I know he's saying they have to have good dick, though.
Yeah.
But he keeps going like, but do they got good dick, though?
Do they got good
Oh, you can get a man who's successful. You can get a man. And by the way, it was so dumb. It's like a guy who's so... Like, this is a joke that a guy you're seeing on Def Jam who has, that's his big break.
Yeah.
This is like his joke saying, like, when a guy who's a gazillionaire is going like, sure you can find, but do we got that good... Like, don't just go for the money, ladies.
Yeah, you have money.
It's like, you have the money.
Yeah.
You have all the money.
This nullifies your entire joke.
But he keeps doing like, but they got that good dick, though.
Dude, he got a big head, though. We should just start doing our own catchphrases. But do we miss his dad, though?
But do he miss his dad, though? But did he call, though, this year?
Did he do his dishes, though?
It's a lot of D's.
Yeah. Do he do his dishes, though?
Do he divide the donuts to put the two?
double by the distance divided by
diameter.
Yeah. So play.
I heard a girl last night referred to dick girth as diameter. It's not really about length. She goes, about diameter.
What a dorky slut.
Yeah. That's why I said it. Hey, scientist, fucking Sashina.
Hey, you fucking nerdy ass size queen.
So this is the end joke. I don't want to say the last line because you're right. It should just be. We should just hear him say it. I was going to spoiler alert it, but this you got to hear him say it, and then I'll punch my microphone and I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
She really left with an Australian.
So about Mariah Carey.
But that kangaroo had $1 billion. I would have hopped off with his ass too. Like, nigga, when we going to the yacht? Shit. But since we all family in here and we talking about it, we in here talking about the shit. Would you leave your significant other for a billionaire? Somebody said, shit, hell, I'll leave a nigga for a bus pass if it's going in the right direction. Get my shit straight.
Right now, our trucker listeners are going like, that's pretty good.
I mean, get it, because if the bus is going that way, might as well leave if you're going to get it.
Does the guy have good dick, though?
The question is, how's that cock? That's all. I know a lot lizard that'll jump on an 18-wheeler, but it sure as shit'll leave with a 4-wheeler if he got that dick, though.
If he got good dick, though. Oh, you can keep your stepdaughter living in the house till she's 42 years old if you got good dick, no.
You could have unprotected sex with a woman with hepatitis C if she got good dick, no. Like, well, that doesn't even make sense. She's a woman.
Oh, you can move into a bitch's double wide by next rent cycle if you got good dick. No.
You can help your woman murder her sister and bury the body in a shallow grave if you got good dick. All right.
But that's beautiful. She said she was sad. Y'all give it up. That's love right there. Queen, I appreciate that.
I love that her boyfriend's not into it.
He's rubbing on his
not
leg
into
and
it.
shit. See, I know what it is. See, because it has nothing to do with money, right?
Yes, it does.
You can get anybody with money.
No, you can't.
But good dick is hard to find, man.
Good dick's probably easy to find as wealth.
I mean,
probably actually way easier. It's actually probably way easier to find good dick than it is to find a wealthy man.
Here's the thing is, not too many people become wealthy, but most men have it, they can fuck.
But yeah, and you can at least like...
You can get good at fucking.
You can get good at fucking.
You can't just come up with wealth.
His concept's all fucked up because the
concept is because
he's had wealth forever.
Yeah,
and he got good dick though.
So he's double up.
Oh shit! Spoiler alert. Oh. Nick Cannon's got the good dick though.
Oh, well, we don't really know that. Let's just keep working through this.
Yeah. See, look how she cheesing all hard. Sure, because it's simple. Because you can get you a man with a good job, but do we got good dick though? You can get you a man with some good credit. But do we got good dick, though?
Most of the time, the guys... Hold on real quick. Most of the time that have good dick, though, they're terrible people. I've met women that are unbelievable in bed and just garbage human beings.
I don't know if that works both directions.
Yeah.
I don't think it does, actually.
You don't think women are good in bed?
I think it's almost 180 degrees difference.
Like a woman that's great in bed is just going to be a monster. Freaking the sheets and a terrible person the streets.
I find, like, I don't know. Like, girls, like... I've had great pussy on, like, cool, lesser attractive girls.
Yeah.
Than, like, great pussy with, like, a really hot chick.
So, like, the theory that overweight women give the best blowjobs.
Sometimes. But I've also had...
she sucked good dick. No. He's so masochistic.
I think Christine's beautiful, and she throws her shoulders into it.
she fight dances like Footloose.
Yeah. Just because she's pretty, it doesn't mean she's not insecure, and I keep her that way. That's why I keep my thumbs out of my gloves, so I can always keep her under it.
Well, let's keep going with...
Because I don't got good dick, though.
So I gotta psychologically damage her.
So I gotta control a bitch's mind because I ain't got.
but do we got good dick, dog? Shoot, you could be a preacher in them streets, but you better be a sinner in them sheets.
I mean, this is real.
You know what I'm talking about. Shoot, cause that's a lot of ladies in here tonight. All together, y'all got that one friend that got a man who ain't shit.
I mean,
she always
right there. Pause it. Right there. By the way, he just handed the envelope off to the FedEx guy who's sending it to me 5 days ago. Where this is going to go.
He goes, hey,
Let me guess, are you going to rip off a couple of annoying things that the girl's saying her boyfriend does?
But then it's all salvageable because...
But I bet come on, crowd, let's get a hashtag going.
Ain't got no job. He ain't got no car. He ain't got no money.
Comedy rule of threes.
Now what's next?
But he got good dick, though.
T-shirt gun.
It will. So look, just treat moving off in the seat.
He really, you know what he is? He's the monster truck rally of comedy. He's like, do you want to see me crush these cars? And they're like, what are the monster trucks going to do? They're going to crush the cars.
Give it up for my opener, y'all. Grave digger.
Uh-oh, is that a truck or a dinosaur? It's Rexosaurus.
It's
Truckosaurus.
Truckosaurus.
All right. Oh, fuck.
I know exactly what he's talking about. It's the truth. Because and don't let it be the reverse.
Don't let it be.
You can have everything. Shoot, you could be Willy Wonka out that motherfucker, but if you ain't putting it down in the bedroom, a woman will leave your ass fast as shit.
By the way, I'd like to make a pause here. A
still...
fact that we happen to know about Nick Cannon. He has a candy store in his house.
Yeah,
and he related. Wait, pause it. And he made the correlation to, like, you could be like the best catch in the world. You could be Willy Wonka out this motherfucker.
And you go, hold on, hey, real
like,
quick.
Is that your judgment of like the top tier?
Nick,
top tier?
Hey, Nick, time out. Hi, Dan Soder, MTV2's Guy Court. Real quick, sidebar. Is that... Do you want to be Willy Wonka? I'm just going to ask you this, just because I have insider information that you and Mariah Carey had a candy store in your apartment. So I just got to ask you this, man to man. Are you trying to be Willy Wonka?
I mean, I would be Willy Wonka, but it'd be hard for me to be Willy Wonka because I still got that.
That aside, do you want to own a candy factory?
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm in a loop right now. I got that.
You know what? I apologize. I'll come back when you're done exploring this truth. This inevitable truth. Oh, man. What if it all washes away and he's left and, like, his stuff's left over and they're like, and ancient cultures believe that you socially could be as irrelevant or as mean as you wanted to as long as your penis was satisfactory. Above satisfactory.
How can I put in your terms? If you've got that good dick dough.
Oh, darling, I could give you the world, kingdoms, the entire sea. But my question remains, what if the penis was subpar?
Below standard.
I would say to you, this lovemaking is below average. You could be a stable boy. If he got good dick, though. All right.
A court jester, even. As long as he's got good dick dough.
Good dick dough. As William Shakespeare once wrote, if doth not have the dick, though, doth is dead.
Dick dough.
So good at Shakespeare.
There it is.
But he got good dick, though.
Oh, shit. Oh, the pussy's wet.
It will. No. So look, just
he can hit you in the face if he got good dick down. It just starts getting like, yo, Nick, I think you're advocating abuse.
He fucked up on your mama at Thanksgiving, but he got that good dick. Oh.
Did he steal your niece and keep her in a cabinet for 7 months in South Cleveland, but he got good dick?
Did he take your son's bone marrow surgery money and spend it on scratch-offs? Yeah, he did, but he got that.
Did he open a credit card under your newborn daughter's name and wreck her credit before she's even 1 year old? But he got good. All right, right,
did he pick up another bitch in your Kia Sportage? Yeah, he did, but he brought home that
all excuses. Did Osama bin Laden take down those towers? Yeah, but he got that dick down.
He knocking off 4 bitches at the same time. He got that good dick, so good dick out.
He's like Adolf Hitler, 6 million people, but he got that down. You're like, are you defending Hitler? Because
He goes, oh no, no. He slaughtered a whole race of people. We do got that good dick though.
Joseph Stalin led 13 million people to their deaths.
The same way he goes, yes. He goes, and girl, he also slaughtered all the Jews.
He coming for homosexuals and cripples and blacks.
He coming for homosexual cripples and blacks. All he got is a silly little mustache. But he got that good sex.
All right, let's finish this horse shit.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, that's great. He's talking to the old white lady in the audience, and she wants to be like, listen, honey, I haven't felt anything in my puss since Reagan's second administration.
God, it's all crackers down there.
Why do you think I'm here for a black comedy show? I clearly like black people. I like black men. I like to take them in as my lovers. And that is why my vagina legitimately has no nerve endings in it.
You try to cram it in there, but it's like fucking a bookshelf.
I swear to God, I feel nothing. It's like the shins of a Muay Thai fighter. It's just dead nerves. It's just dead nerves.
A few wispy hairs I let grow to remember my youth.
You ever shook the hand of a mechanic? That's what it feels like on the inside.
It smells like lava soap. It smells like shop soap.
Yeah, I had some work done.
Yeah, my pussy's a card-carrying member.
It's AAA.
Hey, it's actually an iron worker.
I'm just saying, you could come over and do this. Should I prepare? Should I do something?
Listen,
should I shellac the floors of you?
Ain't no such thing as good dick, though. You know what's good dick to me? If I can feel it.
I hope you got strong hips, son.
Yeah, let's just say you're gonna have to pound the fucking bed frame into the wall.
And don't let it be the reverse. Don't let it be, you can have everything. Shoot, you could be Willy Wonka out that motherfucker.
You know,
but if you
it's
ain't
just the way you bring it up.
Have everything.
He had a factory. He was super lonely. That's the whole point of the movie.
I think he kidnapped a child at the end of it.
He shot an elevator into space. The man was clearly mentally deranged. All right.
But he had everything.
Yeah, Gobstoppers. He had rivers of flavor.
In the bedroom, a woman will leave your ass fast as shit. The sheets will still be smoking, won't they? If you are not pleasing a woman in the bedroom, she gonna be out faster than Sonic the Hedgehog. Sega! Cause you have officially wasted her time. And a real woman ain't got time to be wasting time.
See, it's clap shit. It's all clap shit.
That'd been a great name for a special.
Clap shit?
I would totally respect him. If you put out a special called Clap Shit, I'd be like, yeah, Nick Cannon, we're cool.
Nick Cannon clap shit? Oh, yeah.
Name your next special that, we're cool.
Okay, that's right. All's okay with me again.
All's okay with me. If you call your special Clap Shit, fuck yeah, we're cool.
That's why Mariah ain't with the billionaire now. But me and her still cool. Cause I got good dick done.
Mic drop from behind. Freeze.
All I do is win. All I do is win.
All right, I mean, all I do is win.
Yeah, that, yeah. Well,
it's fucking crazy. I wish
why-
I wish I would say it was jealousy, and I'm very jealous of his money, but I don't. Underclassmen. I don't. That's the movie. I don't watch this movie and go fucking Nick. I love Underclassmen. I love Drumline.
Yeah,
and he's the star of it. It's not like I don't love it around him. But
it's,
man, the comedy is gross.
Yeah. So let's
wait before we move on. Just from too much from this.
Oh, what? You guys trying to watch some Billions real quick? Because it just popped up.
It's the it's Nick Cannon Stanto shoots the advertisement on the special.
Billions?
Great.
Yeah.
That'd be great if that'd be great.
That's right, Showtime.
Intercut Showtime with my special for Comedy Central. Like, here's another special.
Christine, if you could bring this up quick, I hope.
By the way,
speaking of the ending of specials,
yeah.
I